Hi Taurus, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Today's read's a general read for the collective of Taurus. That means anybody that has Taurus anywhere in their chart, this message is meant for you. It may not necessarily be your message, it might be a message for the person sitting next to you that has Taurus in their chart, but please know that I truly intended this message directed to you. This is a spirit-led with no intentions placed upon the deck to spirit, other than asking for spirit to provide whatever message they feel is necessary for you. So it is completely spirit-led. And I am not putting any holds bar, requests, or anything on them other than what they feel is most important for you to receive. Now, please realize and understand that with this being a spirit-led message, it is encouraged for you to always and forever use your own free will to choose to take in this message or disregard it. All right, so with this message, it is a 3-card drop. We're going to try to make it short and sweet since it's the holidays. Today's the 5th, so some of you may be wrapping up your 4th of July if you're here in the U.S. And with that being the case, this can be a message from the past that Spirit wishes for you to look at and learn from so that you don't repeat it. Something that's currently happening to give you some guidance, or to come to give you a heads up in regards to. It can be also in regards to an individual that you're interacting with, and that's the case. That's where I encourage you to pay very close attention, apply where appropriate, but don't try to make any of this message fit your situation. Don't pull out pages from the back of the book and put them to the front of the book. It should be just like you open a book and read from the cover to the cover, front to back, nice and fluid and smooth. Not choppy, not trying to put anything where you want it to be. And if it's in regards to an individual, the message can be directed to you about them, to them about you. So please pay close attention and apply where it's appropriate. All right, the best way to recognize whether or not this is or is not your message. First, we're going to do a quick overview, okay? And follow along with me here. So you'll have the overall energy here. We have the recent past here. You should be able to tie that in. Overall energy, okay. Overall energy, what's going on right now in my life, or has been, or however you feel is drawing you. Recent past, this is what's happened. Current circumstances, this is what's happening, possibly, or has happened if it's a past read. Once we get to this point and we do some clarifications where it need be, this should be the defining factor for you right here. The current circumstances with the clarified. If it does not tie, you do not feel comfortable, you do not relate, you feel lost, it doesn't register, then I most definitely encourage you to go observe your other natal chart zodiacs. But with that, I ask that you allow your intuition to guide you towards those messages. And if you feel drawn to more than one, Spirit may have more than one message they want you to receive. So please allow yourself to be drawn to them. Then we get to the possible outcome. And with all possible outcomes, they can always be altered with decisions that we make in the current. Okay? This is just with the current circumstances, that is the possible outcome. But there's always a variance. You can always alter that possible outcome. Or you can allow it to be the same. It's always up to you. All right, I think I got everything covered. And if not, I may address that later. But in the meantime, let's find out what Spirit has for you, okay, Taurus? Get a message for Taurus, please. Messages for Taurus. Pray that your 4th of July has been enjoyable, and if you had to work, which most earth elements, such as yourself, Taurus, you're pretty strong in focusing on the finances. May your holiday be enjoyable and restful and safe. Messages for Taurus, please. Messages for Taurus, please. When we get to the guidance for you, after we do clarification, please note that those cards I have created, some of them are harsh and blunt, and some of them are sweet and kind. It all depends on what Spirit feels is necessary for you to receive at that time. Okay? So that one fell out. Choosing your path in the recent past. Ooh, I'm reading that. Recent past. So So you had a choice that you needed to make, which direction you wish to go. Current circumstances, grace and gratitude, but it's coming out of being in the reverse. So you're working on being thankful for situations and appreciating the finer things. And the possible outcome we have in the flow, it's in reverse. So a lot of halting and stammering going on. The overall energy, we have the gates of triumph. So overall, there will be success. Overall energy, there is good and glory. Glory is what I just had be shouted. It was shouted in my head. Glory, grace and glory. So good things, blessings. Bottom of the deck is grounding. Taking some time to yourself. Finding peace, tranquility, your inner being, calming your inner self so that you don't have turmoil going on within yourself. Okay. All right. So, yeah, the recent past overall energy is good. Success. Things are going great, going good, right? It's like the sun. Happiness, joy, clarification to all things, understanding. Okay. Recent past, you had to choose a path. It was difficult for you to choose, but you had a path to choose. And you're working on being thankful and grateful for those things, for that path that you've chosen. And then we find ourselves halting and the possible outcome. So let's get some clarification for the gates of triumph for you. Please clarify gates of triumph for Taurus, overall energy. Oh wow, I didn't know those both were there. Okay, so you had to take control in making a decision here. Choosing, because you had many options to choose from, but a decision needed to be made, and you needed to take control of that situation to make that decision and move swiftly towards where you're supposed to be and take a chance. Taking that chance on that. So you're risking, you're putting forth some risk, but overall energy, it came out pretty successful with that risk. Please clarify choosing your path, recent past. You had to reevaluate a situation that had you staggered, is the word I was just given. You were staggered on that decision that you had to make because you were reevaluating it, but it worked out for you. It worked out. Okay. Please clarify grace and gratitude. Heading towards upright. Yeah, looking deep within yourself to find those answers so you can be thankful. That's the current circumstances. There will be success. You'll recognize it. And please clarify in the flow, possible outcome in reverse, possible outcome for Taurus. Judgment heading towards being in the reverse. Yeah, there's definitely, well, obviously there's frustration because you're feeling staggered, and it's kind of like the hanged man. You're stagnant. You don't know which way to go. You're stuck. I'm kind of like, it's kind of like the Nine of Wands with your boots stuck in the muck, and you're trying to keep going, and you're not able to really make a decision and have another opportunity so you can make things work with somebody that you really care about, that is in your community, that is somewhere close by, to create an exciting new beginning and nurture that and bring it forward, possibly have children with them. Okay. Well, that took a turn. Let's get some guidance for you in regards to this message, okay? Get some guidance. Thank you. Karma with family will sneak up on you. So, or you thought something came to an end with a family member, it didn't. It's going to come back around, so you're going to have a hard time making a decision in regards to that, but you better speak up. Speak your truth, because the Knight of Swords was in here too. And it was, you needed to speak your truth and be harsh about it. You know, sometimes you've got to be harsh when you speak your truth. You can't just garble it, which is the marbles. You can't garble it and try to soft tone it. Sometimes you just got to say it and be outright. Let that air element come out in you if you have it anywhere in your chart. That air element is harsh. They speak the truth, but, they're to the point. They're cutting. But there's no questioning what's being said. So don't let your inner person lie to you. Because your inner person, that's not your intuition, but it's like the inner devil in you. You got your alter ego and your ego, your id. They all are arguing and fighting amongst each other, which is the Trinity, of course. And one of them is not a happy person. One of them is always wanting to cause problems and stir troubles. And Taurus, any Taurus I've encountered in my days has a really hard time with this, because you do have that bull side. Don't listen to that, because it's lying to you. But the truth needs to be spoken in regards to this family member. Don't hold back. Speak your truth. All will be forgiven at some point in time. Okay? And I'm kind of lost in this message, but it makes sense to a point. It definitely is not my message, because I'm not relating to it. However, for those of you that have received this message, I'm sure you completely understand what it's stating. And so therefore, here is your message for the day. Semi-short, to the point. Let's have a look at the energies that have dropped down for you. We've got Scorpio and Virgo that has made an appearance, as well as Aries. So we've got earth, fire, and water that has made an appearance up in here. All right, guys. Well, I look forward to next read to find out what Spirit has to bring forward. It will be a little more lengthy. I'll take some more time. But with it being the holiday, I wanted to kind of make it as short as possible. So if you're going out to do any more fireworks here in the U.S., please be safe. And until next time, may all your choices and decisions be very blessed. And please remember, this is Spirit's insight, sending messages to you of what they see occurring or having occurred, and want to give you guidance in regards to that. It's completely up to you whether or not you wish to take in this message or disregard it. All right, until next time, may all your choices and decisions be very blessed.